I didn't dump. I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type. So then I left him.
I wasn't her type.
I left him in my DMs for like 2 months, and then finally I answered him. But I didn't want to like be nothing. I just wanted to just be friends. Like we could be friends. And then after I finally answered him on Instagram, then we texted for like
a long ass.
Long time. Like another 2 months. And then he was friend zoned because I didn't like. He was like, "Am I friend zoned?" I was like, "Yes." I was not into him. And then finally, I had to go to a friend's birthday dinner, and I didn't want to go by myself. So he was like, "Oh, I'll go with you." And then he went with me, and then we was in love.
Yeah, we was in love ever since then. Like we hung out the next weekend.
Yeah.
No, that was during a week.
We was in Top Golf. That was our first day, Top Golf.
Yeah,
and then
I was still in high school.
Yeah.
And I had school the next day.
The next day, cause we went on a Sunday, facts.
No, we didn't.
You got the best man in football, girl. Get that man some keys. Why is she upset?
Shador and Shiloh here.
So today we got to have a discussion about Travis Hunter. For those of you that are aware of who he is and not aware of who he is, I'll give you a quick little rundown on this young man. He's a college football player for the Colorado Buffaloes. He's a superstar. He's one of the best players of his generation. He's what you call a two-way player. He plays offense and defense, which is extremely uncommon at the collegiate level. It's mostly something that you do in high school, and you do have some athletes in the NFL and college that will get a chance to do that, but he does it all the time. Like Deion Sanders have him playing the whole game, offense and defense. He's a heck of an athlete. I think he's originally from West Palm Beach, Florida, but he played football here in Georgia and went to high school here in Georgia in Gwinnett County, which is a very, very well-known county for producing NFL talent football players as well as NBA talent basketball players. He broke all kind of records in high school. He's breaking all kind of records in college, and he's a strong candidate to win the Heisman. Now that we got that out of the way, I just wanted to pay respect to the young brother because he's very talented. This video is not to demean him, but it's just another example of athletes, celebrities, rappers, entertainers, period. A lot of these guys aren't too smart when it comes to choosing women. And that opening clip, you literally heard her say he wanted to get at her, but she wasn't feeling him at first because he wasn't her type. You know, she took 2 months to respond to his DM, and then she said that she finally wanted to go to a party and she needed somebody to go with, so she chose to bring him. And there was, of course, some more rhetoric in that opening clip, but I'm not gonna go over every little, nook and cranny. But I just wanted to break this down a little bit because we see this all the time. This man is about to become a multi-millionaire. He's gonna have a very successful NFL career, and this is the type of woman that he chooses to have on his arm. He says they're gonna get married next year. They're gonna have a family. She is a Mexican girl. I think she might have grew up here in Georgia as well. It's a lot of Mexicans in Gwinnett County. It's the most Hispanic county in the state of Georgia by population. It's hundreds of thousands of them in Gwinnett County. And I don't have a problem with Latina women. I think a lot of them are very beautiful. I love black women as well, as I've said in previous videos. But I'm not opposed to black men dating Hispanic women if that's what they want to do. Just get you a woman that wants you. And for her to say that, he's in the friend zone. He even asked her, in that video clip, he says, "Am I friend zone?" And she said yes. And if you look at the photos that she posts on her Instagram, is this the type of woman that you really want to have representing you? Got her butt cheeks all out. Like I said, she's attractive. She's not ugly at all. Is she the most beautiful woman in the world? No, but she's young. I don't know who's older, him or her. He's 21. So I assume that they're very close together in age. They may be the same age. He may be a little younger. He may be a little older, but they're very close in age. And the one thing I can say is he's getting her in her prime. That's the one thing I can say. But a lot of women on social media have had their opinions about him. This girl on Twitter put, "Listen to me, if you were not a big star, this young lady would not be interested in you. Just making sure you know this." Another woman put, "He ugly AF." And then another woman put, "He has low self-esteem and feels like she's the best he can get because he knows he's not conventionally attractive. It's that simple." Now, I'm not here to judge another man's looks as a heterosexual, but he definitely has a face that a lot of women may not find the most attractive. But like I said, dude is getting his woman in her prime. If you're gonna simp out for a woman, at least get her when she's young. I don't recommend it, but whatever. You look at a guy like Boyce Watkins and his wife Alicia. This was a situation like Travis Hunter's where she was not interested in him when she was in her prime, and she ended up getting married, having multiple children, got divorced, and when she got in her 40s and was a divorcee and then pushed out these babies by this man that no longer is with her, then she gives Boyce Watkins her attention. Then she gives Boyce Watkins her affection. And that's not the right way to go, because if she didn't want you in her prime, you shouldn't want her in her decline. This man spent years and years and years pumping his baby making sauce inside of her and pushing out his babies, and now you get her after she's been used for decades. And I'm pretty sure that guy she married was not her first sexual encounter. And as a man, you got to think about that type of stuff when you get older. Like, man, this woman been sleeping with God knows how many men, especially the women that have kids. Like, that's a lot on her body. And then, of course, after women have kids, their bodies change. You know, they gain weight, they get stretch marks, they get cellulite, and that's fine. I'm not against that. I mean, I've dated women that had kids and had stretch marks, and I've dated women that didn't have kids and had stretch marks and cellulite. That's not an issue with me. I'm just saying, over time, these things do happen. And if I'm gonna date a woman who done had her body go through these changes because of having kids, and love her and be with her, it's gonna be because she had my kids. So like I said, the one bright spot in all this is she is pretty, and she is young, she's fresh, she ain't been ran through and wore out. So Travis Hunter gets her in her prime. It's just that she does not have the same feelings for him as he has for her. And as a man, that is not the way you want to move. This is simping at its finest. I wish somebody would pull this young man to the side. And somebody probably has tried to pull him to the side, because at the end of the day, when a man is putting his raw wood inside of a woman's body, it really ain't nothing you can tell him. My own brother married a woman he had no business marrying, and when I tried to tell him some real game, he cussed me out, and I left it alone. I said I'll never try to inject rationality inside of a man when he laying down with a woman, because I can't compete with that. You look at another athlete. Look at Steph Curry. He's still with his wife, Ayesha Curry, and she even told the whole world that she wasn't really interested in him at first. You know, before he became who he is. This happens all the time. These guys pursue these women, and they really want these women, and there's nothing wrong with desiring a woman. I desire women all the time, but be with the woman that wants to be with you. If the feelings are not reciprocated, it's never going to work. Like the clip where she embarrassed Steph Curry by acting like she was going to take her wedding ring off when a male, I guess, I don't know if he's a model or a stripper or whatever, but they was on this show, I think, called The Real, and she was acting like she was pulling her wedding ring off when he came out. And Jenny Mai, you know, former wife of Young Jeezy, tried to, you know, say, hey sis, come on, chill out with all that. So yeah, man, I mean, I'm gonna wrap the video up right here. I just wanted to just go over what this young man is doing. You see another young brother athlete, Jalen Green, finna have a baby, or if the baby ain't already born, Drea Michelle, 39 years old at the time of the pregnancy. He's 21, 22. Like, she old enough to be his mama. Then Zion Williamson, another athlete. This time, we got a situation where a dude knocked up a porn star. Like, this woman does, you know, adult film. Like, that's just crazy, bro. And these women prey on these type of dudes because they know that these dudes are weak and they game goofy. They was blessed with exceptional athletic ability, but that does not mean that they are wise when it comes to the streets. It does not mean that they're wise when it comes to the game. And the game is brutal. The game is ruthless. These women don't care. They know these men are going to be a guaranteed check for the next 18 years, if not more. Brittany Renner already told you how these athletes get down.
First people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, I mean, you could just fuck an athlete. They're really dumb.
If you want to come up on a chick, get you an athlete, because they're really dumb. They don't like to use condoms. Her words, not mine. She slept with enough of them to know. So without further ado, I appreciate y'all watching the video. Make sure y'all hit the like, hit the subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's just hope that the young brother can see the light. I mean, I think at this point he might be too far gone into this girl. He might go ahead and go through with the wedding. I know he enjoying her right now. She is beautiful. She is young. She is fresh. He's knocking it out the frame. He probably already got her pregnant. Some people say she's already pregnant. I don't know if she is or not. But he gonna learn. He's going to learn a hard lesson when she gets tired of dealing with him. Because at the end of the day, if a woman really don't want you, no matter how much money you got, no matter what type of lifestyle you provide her, it's never going to work long term. She's there for a season. And when that season ends, dude is going to get his heart broke. Just like the rest of them.